ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shits. Subscribe for things.
Two questions for you though.
I'll have two answers.
Alright, number one.
I may not like them, but I'll have them.
Okay. What is up with this Wolverine pose? That is a horrible Wolverine pose.
He's tired.
Wolverine doesn't get tired, he's got healing factor.
He still gets tired. He's got to sleep, right?
After he's getting laid, maybe.
Alright, question two.
And then question two is, you know the fans want to see articulation in the hands more so than removing the hands and placing them.
I don't want to see articulation in the hands.
Why?
They don't hold anything.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Oh, yeah,
You're telling me you'd rather have a waffle hand that does this as opposed to a sculpted hand that's this or a power effect hand?
No. They got hands that like
waffle hands.
Toy Biz made hands that
Waffle
curled.
hands.
They curled and then you can move them like that and they hold guns.
Okay.
And they hold swords.
So they got meow hands or waffle hands.
Or
What would you have? Waffle hands or sculpted battle poses?
Don't drag me into this.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Marvel Select review on Marvel Select Anti-Venom. Yeah, this is a pretty cool figure, man. I gotta say first off though, you know, out of any action figure I've ever owned my entire life, this figure right here is the most painful motherfucker I've ever owned, man. You see these spikes and shit on him? That shit is fucking sharp, dude. Anybody who owns this thing, you guys know what I'm talking about. These fucking plastic spikes are sharp as hell. They're not very bendy. They will cut you. So, yeah, that's the first warning I gotta have. I mean, for anybody who has this thing laying around, you got kids, make sure you keep it out of harm's way because this figure will stab you. And it's especially painful when you first get them out of the package because you're trying to, like, you know, twist the joints and pose them around and everything, and you're like, fuck. Actually, I probably got a couple scratches right there from him, little son of a... Yeah. He will... Here. Here's my skin like this, okay? Look at that shit, dude. I'm not a cutter or anything, but shit. This is a sharp motherfucker. That's a sharp figure, man. Thank you, HD. Okay, so anyway, this is Anti-Venom. I've seen a couple of reviews of this guy, and I'm also doing this review due to a request. I have a bunch of requests going on, so I'm going to keep doing a bunch of requests, knock those things out. But Anti-Venom, this is Eddie Brock. A bunch of people don't know who this character is, and basically, it's Eddie Brock after you know, he's gotten rid of the after he no longer has the symbiote, and this, you know, he came through in Amazing Spider-Man. I want to say about a year ago or something, maybe 2 years ago. I'm not exactly sure, but you know, he no longer has a symbiote. He's dying of cancer, and you know, he ends up getting touched by Mr. Negative, and Mr. Negative causes his cancer to go away. And then when the Scorpion Venom tries to attack him or touch him, the Anti-Venom kind of just came out of his skin, and so then he is Anti-Venom. And then so along with him having, you know, very symbiote-like powers and everything, he also drains Peter Parker or Spider-Man of his powers as well. So him and Spider-Man team up, but they have to keep their distance because if he gets too close to Spidey, he takes away Spidey's powers. Very cool character. I'd like to see more of him in Amazing Spider-Man, but you know. So on to the figure. It's a very well articulated figure for Marvel Select. Here we go. The head doesn't actually, well, the head doesn't really, see, he's got these spikes on the back of the head, and you try to tilt the head back and forth. It doesn't really move back and forth. It does turn left and right, though. Keep in mind, this is a Marvel Select, so it's not very well articulated. He has an arm joint right here, moves up and down, and it goes out like that. He does have a single jointed elbow, all right? He has wrist joint, no finger articulation, okay? Same thing with the other side. He has a waist joint, all right? He does have these ball joints on the legs, so he can move up and everything. And it's kind of hard to move around, honestly, but this side it seems to do better. And he does have a thigh twist, okay? Very useful. Single jointed knees. And foot that moves up and down. And he does have hole pegs at the bottom of his feet. He does come with a base, which I'll get to in a minute. But the paint job on this thing, you know, Marvel Select really delivers on the paint jobs. And this thing is fucking awesome. If you look at the face looks really, really dope. I really like how it came through. Very menacing. Nice, rich red inside the mouth. There you go. That is cool. I like that. And then the way this black is mixed in here with the white. Very dope. And it's consistent throughout, you know. So very good paint detailing on this thing. A lot of spikes. The action figure expert warned me on this thing. He's like, you know, when you open that, you know, be careful. He is sharp and painful, man. So that's, you know, that's basically it. You know, I have him in my Spider-Man display, and he works out well, you know, so there's a lot of stuff you can do with him. And the other thing I really like about this is that, as far as his size goes, he's taller than Marvel Legends, but if you compare him to the, you know, the Spider-Man Classics Venom, he's actually, you know, and he's, you know, he's got a really, the size works out pretty well. They're both leaning on the backdrop right there, so he is a little bit taller than this Venom right here, which is, you know, I consider to be the definitive Venom, and it's the same mold that they use for the Scorpion Venom. So if you want to have the Matt Gargan and this Anti-Venom fighting each other or something, you know, you could do that and it'll look cool. So yeah, that's, you know, I thought that works out really, really well. Perfectly fits in perfectly to your Marvel Legends display. Here is the base. Base is very fucking cool. A lot of good detail. Those bricks. And, you know, I-beams and stuff, steel beams. You got his Anti-Venom goop flowing around. One thing that I thought was really dope, too, I noticed that you could actually see, like, how there's parts of this... Was it this one or was it another one? I thought I was able to see, like, actual, like, fingerprints and stuff on here. See how this is molded, but I just really like the detail on this. How it changes. I don't actually see the fingerprints now. Or I thought it was fingerprints, but it's not. Oh, that was on the Captain Marvel. So on the Captain Marvel base, I'll do a review of that one eventually. But this is very cool. So very cool base. I actually have this in my display. When you get it in package, these pieces right here come off. So if you know, so it fits into a Marvel Legends display, you know, better. Just kind of ignore these pieces right here. If you want to cut them off, I dare you to. But then you can see the hole pegs, or, you know, sticking up right here. You know, the foot planting thingies. So very cool. I don't know what this little cylinder is for, but dope. Alright, you guys, that is my review of Marvel Select Anti-Venom. Catch you guys later. Peace.